Back over at Boge, getting this thing cut. There was a big block and airflow for this, so that's the front skid plate. We're gonna cut it out, and I'll show you that in a minute. Of course, he's working on his truck. Took a little time out for me, knock something out. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, back over here with the race truck. Check, I know I'm filming into the sun, but check out that front skid plate. It looks freaking awesome. I'm pretty stoked on that. So, looks pretty good. See if I can normal front end look. Hold on, my man. And there's the light bar up there. Testing out, we got a bunch of lights. Yes, they're rough country, but we get them for a stupid deal over at the tire shop. We got the black series. So, whatever, man. If I can get a bunch of lights for next to nothing, that's what we're gonna roll for now. See how they work. And I got those as well, so that helps. Those can be configured all in squares and whatnot. But so far, I got this, I think it's 40-inch bar up top. It's not gonna mount there. I just got it up there to see where I want it. It's gonna go a little bit lower, almost like a, give a little visor kind of deal. So I think right now it's about yay high. I think it's gonna be a little bit more like this high, but it's kind of a pain by myself setting it all up. I got some tabs kind of put where I might want to get it to go. So we'll see. I'll check back in here in a minute, but let me show you one other thing that I did. Let's zoom out a little bit. I made this. I know it looks stupid and it's kind of ghetto rig, but I'm dealing with like what I got, what I have, working with stuff that I have. And let me see. I will help you. And this is a super cheap and mock-up representation of the AEM CD7 dash that I got. So this thing is super sweet. Instead of a bunch of gauges, I'm going to be running that. But for mock-up purposes, I threw this on this ball mount. And this is basically going to go in here. Let me straighten this up. Like, let's see if I can do this. It goes in more than that, but that's how it's going to be. So I can, if I'm running solo or if I'm running with somebody who isn't paying much attention, I can watch it myself, or if it's somebody else, or we can go just straight. So I like that beautiful cut line right there, don't you? So it actually sits in just a little bit more than that, but I like it on the swivel mount so that it'll be able to do some of this. And it's pretty sturdy in there. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure I could do a lot more to get that mounted up in there. But for now, with what I have, it's an old tablet mount that like bolted to your seat and like set up like this, that I chopped all down and just threw a little bracket in there to kind of get it. So we'll see how that works. It's kind of like a stiffer than ram mount. And this part is a ram mount. So I got the actual back piece coming for the CD7 dash, so that'll bolt up to the actual mount. And yeah, that works out like that. And then of course I have to show you these monstrosity of lug nuts. I got these from Kubitech. I needed these because the old lug nuts, when going in here, you can see this is like 1.5 inches deep, because I had to get these wheels because they don't make these wheels anymore. So I had to get those special crazy freaking lug nuts to fit in here, with that long shank at the bottom. You can kind of see it. This long shank goes down and deep, and these actually stick out on those other wheels so that I can actually tighten them down. So one more little thing, test fit all those wheels in the front and back. That's all good to go. Also, I'm not sure if you saw, put some kill mat down on both sides to help with some temperatures, to help with some cooling in the truck, and hopefully help with some sound. Might do a little bit more of that somewhere, but hopefully that kind of eliminates a little bit of rattly, a little bit of noise. Coronation. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I got a ton of... What's up, man? Just watching Daddy Diesels eating a banana. Somebody had Coronas, but I got a bunch of these. I think I got 8 of these. Aluminum housing, rough country lights. So who knows? I don't know what I'm gonna do with lights. I got a bunch of lights. I got a chase light. Got a bunch of lights. So we're gonna put some lights on this thing. Hopefully it comes out really well. All right, guys. I think this is where I like it. It's just right there. It cuts off like it's almost like a visor as far as like cutting off some of the light that's gonna come in right here. Especially if you're driving into the sun, which happens a lot at the start of races. So I kind of dig that. Doesn't interfere with the roof line too much. Sorry, it's in the sun. It's hard for me too because of the white truck. But it's there. You can kind of see it in here. Good viewage. I kind of dig that. I just don't know if it's like, should I make it up top? Look at that, guys. I'm like a race vehicle now. The blue means I'm slow too. Isn't that good? It's pretty sweet. I'm kind of stoked on that. This is a completely cheap junk thing off Amazon that will probably last one race. And it's got the tiniest crap bolts you could ever imagine putting it in, but it works. It's kind of just to let people know that you're in front of them and whatnot. So I'm stoked. Just one thing to chip off the list. I'm sure we'll replace it with something nice like a Baja Designs or something like that. But yeah, that's knocked out. Got that mounted up. The front is another story. I need another person's hands. It's such a pain in the cheeks to get it up there and then get it. I don't want to put it up there and tack it in place like 3 times and it's not fitting right and stuff. So my buddy's coming over tomorrow. I'll hop back on here as soon as we get him here and I can start doing that. What's up, dudes? I'm making stuff in the garage. Just made this. Stick the wet metal together. But that's gonna go to this, which is gonna have this. So this, whew, still pretty warm. Gloves on. So this is gonna go up in here, like so, and then this right here is gonna go like so that you have a sweet tablet mount for our GPS. So making some stuff, knocking some stuff out. Not sure if I showed you. I probably did. I can't remember what I'm videoing or whatnot. Cheap China light bar. Whatever, piece of junk, but whatever, it works. Making a mess, melting metal, doing things. I'll show you final product. All right, boys and girls. I know having to cut this thing twice, and these are actually separate pieces on both sides. Because my original one, it wasn't long enough here, and I couldn't get the bolts, and so it took forever. I just had to hunker down and do it. This thing's nice because it, you know, moves out of the way when you need to get in, and depending on glare and movements, it works good. So that's in there. Also, check that out. AM CD7 dash. Not exactly sure if this is going to be permanent, but it's mounted on a ram mount that's mounted back there. Yeah, so it's a little wobbly. So I think I'm going to do something slightly different, but this is kind of like a temp mount, and I got the little bracket right there. So eventually I'll probably mount it slightly different. I want to see how it works, in the desert as far as like that mount. And I might get a different mount for it or something. I don't know. So, but that one's on there. It's not even going to work yet because I still have to get a couple sensors and plug them all in and program it and all that stuff. But I wanted to get that done. I'm still waiting on all the sensors and stuff to come in the mail. and I just don't think I'm gonna have it done by the time we go. So, but that's done, and let me show you what else I'm working on. All right, so as you can see, the headlights are missing, and this is what the regular headlight looks like, and this is what I did. I chopped the entire back hole assembly out, and the way that this is going to work is this one. Let me see if I can do this. Goes like that and like that, and I built a little, I have another bracket that's going to come off here that's going to support the bottom of the light, and also it's going to sit like that. So that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm going to have, it's going to sit a lot closer, but that's going to be what it's like. Maybe I'll, are we upside down? Oh my gosh, sorry guys. So that's going to sit like that. This is stock headlight, and basically, if you can go to the back of this and see, I cut out this whole section out the back, which is a lot of cutting because there's a lot going on back there. So it's like this huge square section right there. I just chopped it all out, and I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. So we'll I'll update you as soon as I get it back on and show you the little mounts. I'll show you one of the little mounts I made. If I can find it. Probably did all that work for nothing. Cut, chop, weld, grind. Oh, here we go. So this is a little mount that's going to go like that, and then it's going to screw to the bottom of the light, and then I'm going to have a bolt that goes through there to the actual LED, and then it will hook to that, or well, do that. I think I'm going to bolt that to that, and this will be part of the headlight itself. Something along those lines. I don't know. Whatever is easier to bolt and unbolt. Or probably just unbolt like this, come with the headlight. So, and that bracket will sit right here and give the bottom of this light a... There was a plastic thing coming off this light, but I think I'm gonna bolt the light through the plastic in the housing so that it's sandwiched, kind of, I think, and that way it'll be the mount for the light and the mount for the headlight and everything. So we'll see. All right guys, got the headlights all finished up. As you can see, it's sitting in there. It's basically hollow behind it, so the easiest way to go. And then I made these little brackets that go up there. They kind of support the headlight as well. So I mean, I didn't need a ton of support down there. It's held on by a few different bolts, but just to support the plastic piece. But those will be pretty cool. Just an extra little light in there. They're already wired up, so that'll be easy. And yeah, I'll get some better up front shots. I don't know if I showed you. I think I showed you. Whatever. So there's the front dash. Ready to go. All right, guys. Well, 4 days till hammers. I got a lot done so far. Still need to do that top light bar. I'm waiting for my buddy that totally dropped out, totally ghosted me. But everything else is getting done pretty much. I'm not going to get this AM dash wired. I still haven't got my stuff yet, so that's not going to work. But I got my sweet little bully dog, old trusty bully dog, to give us temps and all that stuff, so we can at least keep an eye on what's going on with the truck. It's just kind of small, so if you're flying around, it's not as easy to see. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit me up, go to the hammers, whatever. And I'll probably see you one more time before Hammertown, just for final stuffs. All right, peace.